shades. Let's bust open this new microphone. Let's see. Curse you, iPhone. I forgot that I needed one of those things. I do have time to go back and get it. Do I want to though? I did a lot to get over here and set up and stuff. I would cover up the name of the water that I'm drinking because I'm like a big time celebrity, but I want y'all to go out and get what I get, you know what I'm saying? So obviously this is my first rodeo, and that's why I'm out here enjoying this sunset without the tools that I need for my microphone, and very last minute. But we're gonna go ahead and talk today.
Like, I am that bitch. I am amazing.
Today I want to talk about how important it is to define success for yourself. I'm talking really close to the camera because I want y'all to be able to hear me, despite the fact that I did not bring the tools for my microphone, but that's okay. So I want to talk about why it's important to define success for yourself. I feel like over the years, I felt like in high school I was really successful as far as doing a lot of the things that I wanted to do. I feel like I got a chance in high school to be all over the place and to explore some of everything, and it was actually kind of celebrated in high school versus now. Like, if you're all over the place, if you have too many irons in the fire, once you get older, it's like it's frowned upon to have a finger in every pie. But what if that's just your personality? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just who I am. And this is not the only scenario in which you will want to define success for yourself. You would just want to define success for yourself in general. Ugh, bugs. You just want to define success for yourself in general. I feel like there are a lot of people with a lot of different circumstances, and it's so easy when you're in your late teens, early 20s to feel down, to feel like you're not as successful as you should be. But in reality, who decided what success who decided what success is for you? You want to create that scale for yourself. So, homework assignment, y'all. I want you to determine what success is for you, and what failure is for you. I think it's important as we get older to do things with more intention. I feel like it's a young man's game to just be moving around, doing whatever you feel like, and not quite having intention behind your thoughts and actions and just how you display yourself, you know? Another thing that I want to talk about today is consistency. I think it's really important to stick something out and to be consistent. I had a talk with my younger sister. Hold on, let me apply some lip gloss. Oh, it's a lighter. Playboy. Hold on. But yeah, I left my sunglasses in the car too. Otherwise, this will be much better. I feel like this look will be a lot cuter with sunglasses. But anyway, I feel like it's important to stick something out. I feel like as a person who likes to have a finger in every single pie, I'm going to just tell y'all right now, okay? My moon is in Gemini. So, yeah. I feel like that kind of changes things. Like, my sun sign is a Capricorn. And a lot of people say, oh, you know, Capricorns are really... Where did I hear that buzzing noise? People say, oh, Capricorns are like extremely determined and they're well organized, they have their stuff together. And I have met some Capricorns that are like that. I don't know if I like the outdoors as much as I thought I did. But yeah, anyway, I feel like I have met some Capricorns that are like that. But for me it's different because my moon sign is in Gemini. And I think your moon sign is supposed to portray your emotions, and moon sign in Gemini means that we have an intellectual approach to an area in our life that is supposed to be like purely emotional. So yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but I had a talk with my younger sister, and I was telling her, whatever you do, don't turn up like 25 and haven't accomplished anything because you haven't stuck anything out. I was just explaining the importance of sticking something out. Whatever it is that you want to do, like, get into that and be consistent. That's all I'm saying. It don't necessarily have to be school. It don't have to necessarily be the same job. Just whatever it is that you want to do, get into it and be consistent. Like, I feel like I've known for a while that I wanted to do, entertainment, but I didn't pursue entertainment because of what the people around me would think. But going back to defining what success is for myself, I think that success for me is, well, let me start off. It's easier for me to say what I think failure is. I think failure for me is not going after the life that I want. Like, if you eventually have to settle for something else, okay, cool. Or if you have to settle for something else in the meantime while you're working on what it is that you want to get, cool. But I feel like to just completely like settle for less and to never go after what it is that you want, it gives failure. I don't know. I think what kind of made me think that way is when I talked to my parents about just careers. I talked to my dad about how he got into his career, and he said that he just sort of fell into it, and he said it like that was just the norm, like everybody is just supposed to sort of fall into whatever career that they fall into. But I don't think that that's true. I don't know. I think the girls who get it, and the girls who don't. Like, if you're totally satisfied with whatever it is that you do, then continue to do that. But if you feel like what you do is not necessarily making you happy, then you should pursue more. I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to have to settle for whatever career falls into my lap. But the only way that you can get into the career that you want to get into, that you can like push for those things and strive for those things, is if you first know what it is that you want to do. So you need to go ahead and decide what is it that you want to do. That's what's going to define success for you, for your story, for you personally, like no one else. Not that I'm a super successful person, but I'm working on the things that I want to work on. For instance, I said that I was going to start a YouTube channel, and I wanted to do it a lot sooner. I kept making videos and not really like putting anything out, but now I got my first 100 views. I did my first 4 videos. I think that speaks volumes. Whoever is making those hats with the weave attached to it, can y'all make me a scarf with the weave attached just like this? Thank you. I might just make one soon enough. I just think it's important that whatever you do, you find a niche and you stick it out. And it's okay if when you start, you're not very good at it. I've started so many things that I'm not good at. I started the swim team in high school, and I didn't know how to swim. My swim coach had to teach me how to swim. And by I think it was my junior year, I was teaching other girls how to swim at one of our like swim clinics or whatever. I don't remember the age range. I think they were at least like 10 or maybe 12. I think they were at least like 12. But yeah, so I started teaching like at least 12-year-olds how to swim 3 years after I learned how to swim. But I was able to do that because I was consistent in what I was doing. I even got an award for showing up to every single swim practice. I don't have it anymore. It was like a little lion. It was really cute. I wish I had kept it, but I lost a lot of stuff when I went away to college and came back. But the award I got was like a little lion. Probably just something that my coach picked up from like the Dollar Tree or something, you know. But it was really symbolic to me. I think that little lion was really symbolic to me, though, of hard work and consistency and what people see. I felt recognized. Like a lot of people saw me and my efforts. And then also, I feel like to determine what success is for yourself, you have to self-reflect. You have to sit with yourself for a while. I actually have something for that. So I saw this girl that I went to elementary school tweet about this. I don't want to say her name because I don't have permission, and I'm like a celebrity, so I don't want to get anybody, you know, popping that don't want to be popping. This book is called can you see it? This book is called Burn After Writing. Okay, so in this book, Burn After Writing, basically what I've done from the jump, and I believe it's actually what it tells you to do, is to just go in and flip to a random page and just trust that that's the prompt that you're supposed to fill out today. So I'm going to read some of the prompts to you so that you'll see, and I might even read some of my answers depending on what it is. So I'm going to tell you so you can see like what sort of stuff this book has in it. Okay, so like this one is nothing serious. It just says top 5 bands and top 5 albums. So I would just write now what I think my top 5 bands are and my top 5 albums. I haven't completed that one, so I don't know just yet. Top 5 is hard for me when it comes to music, or top anything is hard for me when it comes to music, because I feel like that Moon and Gemini likes every genre. So I'm like, it depends on what genre we're talking about. Okay, this one says circle one of the 2 characteristics on each line that you feel best describes your personality. It was anxious or calm, and I said anxious. It was stubborn or flexible. I said flexible. Daring or cautious. I said daring. Moody or cheerful. I said moody. See big picture or detail oriented. I said see big picture. Competitive or cooperative. Pessimistic or optimistic. Hasty or patient. Suspicious or trusting. I said competitive, optimistic, hasty, and suspicious. It kind of asks you to self-reflect. Let's see. It says, if I were to win the lottery, this amount would be enough. I said $10 billion. That way I never really have to worry about how much money I'm spending. I feel like with about $10 billion, I don't know what they would take in tax for that. But I don't know. I would need a financial advisor or something, because I don't know how tax laws work when you get like huge lump sums of money like that. Okay, 5 things I love to hate. I'm not sure what they mean by that expression, but I just kind of do it based off of whatever I'm thinking. And I'm thinking love to hate means, I don't know what I think love to hate means. I think I started off thinking one thing and then ended it thinking another definition. Because I said I love to hate the color pink. Because I feel like I like pink, but when people ask me what's my favorite color, I don't want to say pink, because it's like, it's just such a girly thing. I said better than thou people. So I really don't like people that are like, I'm better than you, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, not, I'm better than you, but just try to make you question yourself, you know, all the time. I'm not a fan. Stupidity. I don't like really stupid people. Working for necessities. Not a huge fan. And coffee. I'm not a coffee person. I'm a tea person all day. And it's not even about the taste. I feel like coffee and tea is disgusting, right? But I feel like tea is an experience. I mean, you could say the same about coffee, but I don't think I can stomach coffee like I can stomach tea. Tea just tastes like really nasty water. But coffee tastes like just really bitter and disgusting. I'm not a fan. But anyway, this book just gives me a chance to sit down and self-reflect just a little bit at a time. Like, it's not really overwhelming. If I go to a question that seems like a bit much for that day, then I usually just flip from that page and go to another page where things are less, I usually just flip from that page and go to another page where things are more lighthearted for that day. So those are some of the things that I feel like will help me. Those are some of the things that I feel like are important for me to do, is to just determine what it is that I want out of life. I actually saw something that really made me think too. I'm gonna see if I can find it. It's a YouTube video where this man was talking about sitting with yourself. Let me give some background. When we have certain thoughts, we hurry up and get rid of those thoughts. You know? Like, I don't know, you might have had a bad thought. You might have thought something that was kind of selfish. Well, instead of saying, oh no, that's selfish, immediately when you hear that thought pop up in your head, go down that path. Go completely down that path and see what it is that you completely want. See what it is that you're really trying to articulate to yourself. Basically, we should just explore our dark sides. Whatever it is that whatever thoughts you would usually shun away immediately, don't do that. This time, just go ahead and think that thought completely through and figure out what it is that you want and do something with that. Another way that I've been deciding what it is that I like and don't like is by reading memoirs. I feel like to read other people's experiences really enriches me. It helps me to get another angle of, or another viewpoint on different topics that I may not have given complete thought. It just helps give me some perspective. Some of the good books that I've read are Gabrielle Union, We're Gonna Need More Wine. I read Issa Rae, The Misadventures of Awkward Black Girl. I read Shonda Rhimes, The Year of Yes. Ooh, one of my favorite. I read Jennifer Lewis, The Mother of Black Hollywood. Right now I'm reading Inheritance, a memoir of genealogy. Inheritance, a memoir of genealogy, paternity, and love by Dani Shapiro. I got this from the library. All of the books that I've mentioned besides the Inheritance book that I'm reading now, I either got the audiobook from the library for free, or I got the audiobook on iBooks, or I used a free trial on Audible. So yeah, I'm a reading fool if you ask me. But to be honest, I honestly didn't start reading until the end of 2020. I feel like that year just left me with so much time on my hands to really think. Like, for a moment, I didn't have to work. I didn't have to really do too much of anything. I just kind of had time to sit back and think, and that was a lot for me. And then I also took a solo trip back in 2021. I think it was April or May. I went to Chicago by myself. It's only really like 4 or 5 hours away from St. Louis, not very far. It was really chill. Honestly, I feel like I kind of ran from St. Louis because I got into it with my dad at that point. And it was really difficult for me to just be here, just take up this space. And I was in school at that time, and I wasn't doing anything but school. I had all my classes online at the time, so I just left and went to Chicago and did my classes from Chicago, and it was much better there. It was so much more peaceful, and I was more to myself. I did have to leave my son for a week. The real reason that I went to Chicago at that time is because I was considering moving to Chicago, but then I decided that was just going to be a stretch for me. That was going to be a bit much and really push me a little too far out of my comfort zone too soon. And good thing that I didn't, because later on that year, my sister got into an accident, and I've been kind of helping her out. So if I had moved, I wouldn't have been able to help her as much. I'm just happy that I got out and I got a chance to enjoy this sunset. I'm glad I got a couple of minutes to myself. I also wanted to show y'all this shirt. I really love this shirt. You see that? I don't know. I just love it. It's a vibe to me. I really like that whole collection of skeletons doing bad things. I don't know. I feel like I want to make that a thing. Skeletons doing bad things. Don't sue that.